What if I told you the capital of Germany doesn't feel like Germany, it doesn't feel like Europe? And it definitely doesn't follow the rules that every other major European city does. No grand royal centre like Paris, no preserved medieval core like Prague. No polished imperial symmetry like Vienna. Instead, Berlin feels unfinished, improvised, raw, and that's exactly why it works. Most European cities evolved the same way. They started as medieval trade hubs. They built walls, they expanded outward in circles. They preserved their historic centre, they protected obsessively. Look at Paris, Rome, Prague, Vienna. They all have a clear historic heart, a cathedral or palace anchor, monumental symmetry, and carefully preserved architecture. Berlin broke the pattern. Berlin was heavily bombed during World War II. By 1945, large parts of the city were rubble. But unlike cities like Warsaw, which meticulously rebuilt its old town, or Dresden, which restored Baroque grandeur, Berlin didn't restore its past. It reinvented itself, and that decision changed everything. Then came something no other major European capital experienced like this: division. The city was split into East and West, separated by the Berlin Wall. To political systems, to economies, to identities, West Berlin became a capitalist experiment. East Berlin became a socialist showcase. Architecture changed. Urban planning changed. Culture changed. Instead of one unified historic evolution, Berlin developed two personalities. Most capitals revolve around a dominant square or royal district. Berlin doesn't. Is it Alexanderplatz? Is it Potsdamer Platz? Is it Mitte? Is it Kreuzberg? There is no single gravitational center because Berlin didn't grow in circles. It grew in fragments, destroyed, divided, rebuilt, reimagined, over and over. Here's something shocking. Berlin is one of Europe's greenest capitals. Nearly half the city is green space, parks, forests, lakes, abandoned land turned public zones. You can swim in lakes inside the capital. That's not normal for a dense European metropolis. Why? Because empty land was never fully filled back in after war and division. Instead of overdevelopment, Berlin embraced space. Walk through Berlin and you'll see restored Prussian buildings, Soviet-era apartment blocks, brutalist government complexes, graffiti-covered industrial warehouses, and ultra-modern glass offices, all next to each other. There's no uniform visual identity, and that chaos feels honest. Because Berlin was divided and rebuilt, it became cheap. Cheap rents, unused buildings, empty industrial spaces. That attracted artists, musicians, rebels, startups. After reunification in 1990, the city became Europe's creative playground. Clubs opened in abandoned factories. Tech companies moved into old warehouses. Entire neighborhoods transformed. Berlin didn't polish itself, it experimented. When you walk through London, Madrid, or Amsterdam, you feel centuries of continuity. Berlin feels like interruption. It feels like a city that stopped, collapsed, restarted, then reinvented its identity from scratch. Most European capitals protect their past. Berlin lives in dialogue with its past. Memorials stand next to nightlife. History is not hidden, it's integrated. The city isn't trying to be beautiful in the traditional sense, it's trying to be honest. Berlin is the opposite of every European city. Because it had to be, war erased it, division split it. Reunification reshaped it, and instead of restoring a perfect postcard image, Berlin chose evolution over nostalgia. That's why it feels alive, and maybe that's why it feels modern in a way the others don't.